Now let's talk about what will happen if I'm working with the scoped service, and inside scoped I'm using first scoped, transient and the singleton. Let's talk about that. This is my controller, and let's not get so many endpoints. Simply we can use scoped to transient, scoped to scoped, and here I will be using scoped to singleton. And this time, instead of using this my transient service, let's use my scoped services 1. So first I want to test the simple behavior. I want to test this second one first. I'm writing this scoped to scoped. So let's just use only one instance over here because this is the simplest one. And just like the transient to transient was working, this will also work from scoped to scoped. Let's just comment this one for some time. Now what we have inside this my scope service 1, inside this my scope service, let's use one more service, the scope 1. I will be using this my scope service 2 like this, my scope service 2, and here let's call that method. So what I'm doing is my service scope 2 dot to something. I hope you got the concept what I'm trying to do over here. Let me make more space here. So what I'm doing is, this is my controller and this is the endpoint that I'm focusing this time. So okay, let's just change this name also. So I have this endpoint. I want to test scoped to scoped. Inside this scope service, what I have, this is the one, and this is being implemented by this my scope service 1. Over here, I'm using second scope service, which is this my scope service 2, and I'm using that inside the first one. So the chain is controller, scope service 1, scope service 2. Let's run it. Let's see how this will behave this time. So we have this scoped to scoped. Try it out. Let's just clear this one, execute. So this time you can notice that this ID is coming from my scope service 2 and this is coming from my scoped service 1. They are two independent services, but they are scoped. I'm creating the instance of both these services each time. So remember that if I go to this scope service, remember that over here, I'm creating the instance of this my scope service 1 and I'm also creating the instance of this my scope service 2. So this ID is coming from this method, this my scope service 2, and this first one is coming from this method, which is this my scope service 1 to something method. Now let's make it more little bit, again, not complex, little bit more logical over here. So I will be writing this line one more time over here. Let's just rename it like this so that we can test it. So I'm using this same service 2 times over here, and let's use like this. This name will not make any change. This is the name that will make the change. So here if I'm writing 1 or 2, they both are pointing to this my scope service 2. So ultimately over here we will be using the same instance of this my scoped service 2. Let's just test this one, stop and rerun, see how this will work. Like this, clear, scoped to scoped, try it out, execute the button. You can notice now we are getting the same ID for this scope service 2 and the different ID for the scope service 1. If you want to test this scope service 1 also, then again, just like we were doing in the controller, let's use one more instance over here. So I can simply say 2 and let's enable the second line also. So here I'm writing this 2 like this. Rerun this application, refresh the page, scoped to scoped, try it out, execute. See what is the output this time. So service 2 will have the same ID. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 are the instance of the service 2 and they all are having the same ID. This one and this one, they are the instance of the service 1. That's why they both are same and these 4 are same. So it means using scoped to scope is no problem. It is easy to use. We can do that.